Would you be in a relationship with somebody you were happy with but not in love with?
My thing is, that's the catch. I feel like you can learn to love someone over and over again because you can fall out of love. Everybody falls out of love. But if you choose to be committed to that person, you're going to be committed to re-loving that new version of them. You get what I'm saying?
But the base love, if that's not there, could you be happy?
If the base love's not there, I feel like you should just leave. If there's like, if it's like basically like, okay, this is severed, there's nothing we can do to refix this. We tried everything. I don't know why I said it like that. My bad, y'all. But yeah, then I feel like you should cut ties and be like a mature, amicable and stuff.
Yeah, because like love is one thing, but there's different types of love.
Very
I would
much.
say because you could be happy with somebody and not love them, but you love them maybe as a
As a
friend.
friend.
Not like you don't love them at all. Have no love for them. How are you going to be happy with them if you haven't even spent time with them? Spending time, love comes into that too.
But I think that sometimes what happens is when people are in a relationship and they're happy in a relationship, but they're not in love with their partner, is because they don't love their partner. They love what their partner does for them.
Okay, I can see
So
that.
like that person is feeding whatever makes them happy, feeding them whatever makes them happy, but it's not, feeding them reasons for them to love them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like some girls we'll see, and this might happen on a guy scale too, but I'm speaking specifically that I've seen women that will be with a man who makes her happy, but she doesn't love him. He might buy her whatever she might want. He might be her yes man. So she's always in control or always feeling empowered. So she loves the position and she loves, the trajectory of what she's experienced in her life and where it's going. But she's not in love with the partner. You know what I'm saying? She's not really craving the partner. And so which leads me to the follow-up question is, can you be with someone faithfully forever if they make you happy on a daily basis, but you're not in love?
Come on, in love now, because love and in love is
love
different.
is
I
two
mean,
different things.
Is there really?
Because like to have love, I could have love for you, and you just sit on the couch with me every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And I just have love for you because I could be just a kind person. Some people just have love for everything. You know what I'm saying? That, like there's people who have love for birds that they've never seen a day in their life, and it just flew by them. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to make it that it's in love either, like where it's like head over heels get involved or infatuation gets involved. But I really just mean like, that present love that you just like, you love your partner. You know what I'm saying?
I think if it's surface love, then of course you're going to cheat. But I think if it's deeper than that, you don't want to lose that or risk hurting that person that you're in love with.
Right. I agree. Because if you're genuinely in love with that person, you think about that person with everything that you do before you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't sit here and just be like, all right, fuck, I'm going to do it. And then you're like, all right, I hope that person's going to be okay with it. Like, you just be like, nah, I know that this would possibly jeopardize my relationship, and I'm not willing to lose that or risk it, like he said. So,
What if it doesn't jeopardize? Like,
I think that's love then. I think love is I think in love, then you think about the person. And then if you just love that person, then they're just an afterthought.
no, I'm saying like, let's say, like, okay, there's dudes that have a girl who loves them damn near to death. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I do will hurt this person, but it's not going to jeopardize my relationship.
I feel
They're
like,
going to be here no matter what I do.
well,
I've
then
been
in
like
that
that.
case,
You've been
That's
like
why
that?
I cheated.
but I feel like if
When I
that
was
person is going to be there, that's crazy. I feel like if that person's going to be there forever,
sorry.
though,
Nah,
that
I
person does
understand.
not
It's a
value
lot.
themselves. Because there's certain things that are deal breakers. And if that person is cheating on you or beating you and you're still there, that's not love. That's not love at all. Like, that's literally just you being abused and taken advantage of, And you don't love yourself enough to be like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to go because you don't value me as a person. And like, I'm not going to just sit here and allow you to degrade me. And then I'm going to degrade myself by staying.
So, okay, I understand what you're saying. But there's
Right.
two parts to this.
Okay.
So there's a person that doesn't love the person.
Right.
There's a person that doesn't love the partner.
Right.
And there's a person that does love the partner. The person that loves the partner allows it to happen and allows it to continue.
Because the person that loves the person that doesn't love them is not loving themselves. They love that person way too much and they need to be pouring into
Yeah, but
themselves.
that's not okay. I get that.
Right.
But the real question is, what does love have to do with, or does love have anything to do with happiness? Because this person could be happy with the fact that they're able to get away with things only on the basis that their partner loves them that much. So one person is the receiver, and one person is, or I should say, one person is the enabler, and one person is like the destruction. I guess. Like I don't even know.
But I know someone who will do what they do, but still go back to their person regardless of don't matter. Like we could go out, they'll talk, do whatever, but still go home to their partner because we know they're never leaving them regardless. And there has to be, I don't know. I asked the person, like, do you really love them if you allow that? But it's really because that person who's doing what they do, it's just something like maybe that one thing that person who loves you back or whatever is just not showing you the way you want it to be shown. Because I believe in love languages too. So it's giving, there's something there that still keeps you from, okay, you go out, you talk to people, you entertain them, but you still come back home to them for a certain reason. Not just maybe because of what they give, but
Maybe it's because what they enable. I love you because you allow me to do what I want.
Exactly.
but anyone can do what they want.
And that's
Anyone
not
can do
love.
what they
You
want
try to
though.
stop it. That's when we leave.
But
Right,
anyone can do
hello.
what they want regardless. That person's not knowing. You're coming home every day to that person and that person don't know what you're doing.
But when they find out and they still choose to stay,
Oh, they won't find out.
But they will.
nah, they will. Whatever
Always.
happens in
No,
the dark,
you're
always
definitely
comes
gonna
to
find
light.
out for sure. I feel like it doesn't always have to be because you can be happy by yourself, and then that person.
so evil, but it's true.
Yeah,
'cause
with
it's
that
like-
laugh too.
I
That
ain't
laugh
gonna
was
lie, no, but
crazy.
it's because, like, at the end of the day,
Wait, what part of you is yourself in this story?
Story's about her. She's
Yeah.
do what she want, and ain't nobody going nowhere.
So you're the one that's out here floating.
I have. Yes.
was.
Okay, she is.
Yes.
So you were in
like,
a
I'm
rela-
not doing that now, but I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
you were in a relationship where
Yeah.
you were just enabled or allowed to go out and do what you wanted to do as long as you came back home.
because my thing is, whatever I did wasn't to the extent or extreme of like fucking somebody or I don't know.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
matter?
Well,
Now that to me is breach. Like that's OD. Like I just feel like at that point it's disrespectful. I don't have any love for that
But
person
what was
at
the
all.
purpose?
so what? Right.
Flirting. Well, like you just wanted to be entertained and
Not necessarily. Like you can't make conversation with people and get to know new people.
but for what?
I just feel like you also shouldn't
What are you
limit
building
yourself. Because that's what I'm also explaining though. It goes back to love language. There might just be something of I love that person for all different types of other things that they fulfill, but it might just be that one thing I'm still looking for. And I feel like until I may get that, then I'll feel
So-
completed.
So
in a
my
sense.
question was building. I meant like the new person, right?
Mhm.
You're out. Let's say you have a relationship, whatever. And now you go out. It's a Friday night, and it doesn't have to be a club. It could just be anything that there's a bunch of people. It's a social gathering, and you're building conversation. Are you essentially saying that you're looking to replace your partner actively? Like you're looking for the one thing that he is not fulfilling you in. So you're building and digging and kind of probing with different people to see if they have what you want so you can leave that person and move forward.
Not necessarily. I think it comes back to it's a question you always ask yourself. It's a question you just say, could I get better? Could I have more? It's kind of a curiosity. And then when you actually see that new person can obtain all of it, but securely, because I'm not going to just leave right off, oh, you have it, I'm out. No, like I need to also see if you will give me that security to want to stay with you first before anything. It's called dating.
Yeah, but if you're
In a
I'm sorry.
relationship.
That's your boyfriend.
In a relationship. is-
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm more so
Do you not date for marriage? Like,
in a relationship and looking.
Yeah, there's a
I
difference.
feel like that's you.
See, I won't lie. I'm kind of afraid of commitment, so I will never say
Oh.
I've truly
we
been
get
in a
go.
relationship for real, or have allowed myself to stay in one for long.
So
Can I ask,
I
why are
date.
you afraid of commitment? What are you
It's
scared of?
No.
a really good question. I ask myself it all the time, but
don't
I
even know?
think most of the time I just come back to the fact of that question I was asking you. Like, it's like, oh, it's hard to explain. I mess with someone, or I mess with people a lot, where I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And I see potential in them. And I have a problem where I'll stay committed to trying to help and fix that person, but then I'll find myself not happy myself. I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I staying here for this? I'm settling.
Right.
So let me,
Correct.
date, find who I can actually.
But that doesn't mean that you're scared of commitment if that's the case. Because my thing is, yeah, those are called red flags. If you see something like,
Right.
oh, okay, he does this, and like red flags, deal breakers, okay, boom, cut them off. But don't stay and be like, oh, I'm gonna try to fix him. Like, you take
Right.
it for what it is at face
Oh,
value.
definitely.
You know?
But I was gonna go into how I've treated the right men wrong and the wrong men right.
Damn.
That's how I will put it. Because what I was just explaining to you, I've been in that
Mm-hmm.
where I would do that and I'd be like, nah, gotta move on, whatever. But then I'll get good. Like, because that's another thing. The good will be good as far as communication, security, all the things I feel as a woman should need and want.
Mm-hmm.
But it just be maybe they don't got their own shit together. So
Mhm.
I don't want to stay. I don't want to feel hostage to because you as an individual need to get yourself full. And I feel like I'm there already. I feel like I'm on a path, purpose, everything. I know I'm gonna go get it. And if I feel like that's not coming from you, that's gonna turn me off, and that's just
Mhm.
gonna make me retreat. And I think maybe I've been running into that a lot. Where I think it's my alpha in me. Like I just feel like I could do all by myself. It's the independence. that
I feel.
Sometimes,
Yeah, I was
but I haven't found the right man to bring out that.
I was
But,
gonna
yeah,
say,
so-
like, when
I
you
feel
meet the
too.
right
Wait.
person, you will be very
Yeah.
submissive.
Never gonna
Eventually.
happen unless you
I
decide to
mean-
do it yourself. But
Oh,
what I
okay.
will say is, have you ever dated a guy better than you?
In what aspect? Like, what do you mean better than me?
Because there's men
Like
that-
mentally.
they're
Physically,
financially.
they're further than you in their career. They're way more stable than you. They communicate better than you. They probably show love and affection better than you,
Mhm.
and they have all of those main core ingredients
Mhm.
that you can see that are above you or above yours, I should say. So, like at that point in their life, they're better than you. I'm not saying that they will be forever, but at that point, when
They're
you
ahead of
first
you.
met him and you started dating him, did you ever first meet somebody who was just at a higher level in the things that you value most in a person?
I don't think I have. Like in a relationship, no.
I'm
Not in a relationship, no.
no.
22.
But
You got more-
I have
you're not
yes
allowed to-
met a
I'm
man.
not allowed to
I
talk.
have met
They're all like
men.
this.
Yeah, I have met men or come across different men like that, but it's never gotten to a relationship simply because they're lacking like bare minimum like moral stuff. Like I don't know.
Like what?
She next campus.
No.
She dates what?
Not scammers, but
No,
like
'cause
maybe
it's
they're like
slow then.
no. For instance, maybe they're a narcissist.
Oh.
Like
How are they a narcissist? Maybe they're just ahead of you.
no, I've messed with someone where I feel like they've just always had to be right, or if it wasn't the way they thought, it was wrong. But
Does
Is
any
there
of
a
this say
reason
anything
why?
about yourself? Do you think any of this is what you put out as like what the eternal battle that you're going for?
Because
not
you're
necessarily.
technically saying you're better than everyone that you've dated.
That, and you're also
I-
keep saying,
I
So,
do think
so
I am.
maybe you could
which
be
is
a
fine if you're allowed to feel that way. You know, no one's judging you for that.
Yeah,
but
we're
I'm
not
saying,
judging you. We're just
No, I
really
get it.
we're just
Right.
having a conversation.
I'm curious about.
Either they were just at my level or just inch below.
There were been do
Or
you
a little bit
do you
low.
feel like you date men that are that you see eye level or can look down to?
No, I would never want to look down to anyone at
Well,
all.
if they're an inch below, you're not looking down, but you're looking down.
Because you know what it is? I can see their potential of coming up. I see it in you. And that was my problem I was saying earlier about the whole fixing and staying and like giving you the benefit of the doubt. Because I see it in you, but you're just not coming up out that soil.
What about somebody said, I see it in you? Could you date the person that is? Could you switch your roles in your dating history? Could you be the person that they believe in and just try to guide you? And realistically, they probably
I don't want that.
let me ask you let me ask you this question, right? The guys that you dated that you saw potential in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Did you feel like they were receptive to you? And I guess you're leading.
Yes, because they were nonchalant. They were like, okay, like, and they looked at it like, you know, you're queen. So of course, like, but not like let me walk all over you type shit. Like,
No, but you want to
you
be
gonna
the
walk all
leader.
over me, huh?
You want to be the leader.
I don't though. That's the like for instance, when it comes to planning, why no, this is something
Yo,
no, I'm gonna
what?
break it down. Break it down.
I think
When it comes to planning, for instance, if we're gonna go out and we're gonna do something, right? I would mess with the type of guy I'd be like, okay, sure, baby, it's up to you. Where you wanna go?
Oh,
Can you
my.
pick a spot for once? Can you plan something?
So why
for
don't
once?
you tell
what
them
happens
like
when
that.
what happens when he does start to do it? What happens if he does it all the time?
Can you do it right?
Look,
Because that be another thing.
I think-
I'm not even doing it, but
I
I
think-
do look at the effort. It's the A for effort.
maybe you want a STEM man
Oh, you just
because like
that was quick.
because I don't think you're getting the part
Right.
No.
Like, you either, like,
I don't want that though,
you don't
because I
want
like
the
my
man,
man assertive. Like
you don't
I
want the
want
man
him to
here, though.
lead.
You don't want the man here because
But-
look, to be here means you have to be receptive,
Right.
which means I can't look at you as a narcissist. I have to look at you as a person who has acquired more than me. So I should be receptive and trying to see, okay, cool, let me pick and see what works for me out of your success that you're trying to teach me. Right? And so I won't look at them as somebody who thinks that they know that they're right. You know why? Because their life has been more right than mine if they're at a higher space more often than not, right? So, but if you constantly look and date the people who are the opposite, just an inch below you, and then you're like, okay, well, I see the potential and I can help you get to this point, but they go with the flow, which means they're not really being receptive. They're just kind of just going with the flow. Like, I feel like when we talk about receptive, we talk about somebody who's receiving something and taking in the knowledge to learn and grow, not just following you so I can have you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So can you follow?
That's a man supposed
I
to be.
can. But you're trying to say basically I keep going after men that are that because I like that. But no, I don't find out till I get deeper in. You know what I'm saying? Like everything at first is great. Conversation, they cool people, sex is popping. Then we getting maybe to the 5th, 6th month. And I'm like, the math ain't mathing with certain things, such as maybe planning. You can't even simply plan, or you can't even simply take this action or go above and beyond and do the bare minimum, the little things that matter, or something like, I don't know, just maybe you're disorganized or your money ain't right. Like,
you didn't notice that
wait,
throughout the process?
hello, that's exactly
You
what I was
don't
about to
really
say.
find that out
You
about people in the
know,
first couple
guys
months
will
for
show
real.
you they will
When
show you who they
money-wise,
are. Yes, they will
depends what
show
y'all
you
do, though,
who
to
you
if
are,
like, That's
literally.
my problem too. Like
You
maybe
be-
I
you
haven't
be-
gone out to the right places or done
No,
engagements with them.
girl, you
'Cause
seeing
can
it
tell
with
when
the
you go out on a
rose-colored
date.
glasses because niggas will show you and prove to you who they are within the first 2 weeks. I'm telling you, they will show you who they are. And we as women, we sit here and be like, oh, okay, we can see it. We see red flags as Six Flags. Baby, this is not a roller coaster. This is not a great time. This ain't this. You see that shit, you run. If you don't like it, you go. But we think, like you said earlier, oh, we could fix him. Oh, I see the potential. No, see him for what he is right now. He's a piece of shit and you gotta get the fuck out. That's it.
Okay.
Exacto.
Sounds like you're looking for a project.
No,
Hello.
like
Build the
everyone I
man.
met though at first, like they don't like when I see the piece of shit. Oh, trust me, baby, I'm out the bathroom.
4 months
At
later.
5
months,
What I'm trying to
right.
4 months
say
later.
is like there be good, like I see their heart, like who they are as a person. It be
you
that.
see the facade, baby. You see the facade.
it really be
It is
like, I
a
see what
facade.
it is.
Ain't nobody's giving a heart in 2 weeks. I'm telling you, bro.
No, it
They're
becomes
not giving
other
you nothing.
factors.
There's no
And
factors.
They have to give you
that
some
I
type
don't
of
wanna
signs way before
look
4
at,
months, though.
because it's like I don't want to judge them off that, like material things or what you could like.
But
do
those
for me
are-
for planning and take me out.
But those are your
like,
standards. If
They
that's your
are,
standards, then
but
listen, you not taking me out.
a
You're not
genuine
doing
heart,
this.
you don't
nah,
find that.
bro.
You don't find
because
genuine
that's
people.
what. No. I'm not saying they're bad people, but if these are your standards, you said it yourself. You've been saying it the whole time. He didn't plan. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. Those are your standards. And if you are letting your standards slack just because his heart, you're gonna be upset at the fact that he's not doing this shit because he showed you he is not doing that. Like you gotta take it at face value. Like,
Even
all
if they
right.
tried.
Okay,
like,
if they tried, but you just even
and I'm
said,
like,
but you just said he tried, but it wasn't good enough. Like that's what I heard, and it's like, okay, so then what's the point of trying? I'm about to, as a nigga, I'm gonna try one time.
because maybe I'm
done.
looking at it like it's me. Like maybe I'm the problem where I'm
But
like.
you're not, nigga. Don't
But no, I'm not a nigga. But I'm
we
saying,
I look at it-
that's just me.
maybe twice.
But my thing is, I grew up with brothers. I have 5 brothers, so I'm not gonna say I think like a dude, but like I was around a lot of like bros. Like you
Same.
feel
I'm
me?
the only
So
girl.
for me, it's like they one time. That's all I got, bro. I'm not about to do it twice. Like you shut me down. Why the fuck am I gonna do it again?
No, absolutely.
Coco, question. Right? So you have 2 brands that you run. Okay. When was the last time you worked a job?
I work now.
Do you
Still too.
do you
I'm
like
a-
working?
I like money.
Not the
Depends
money.
on the schedule. Like I like my schedule how it is right now.
But do you like working?
I don't care for it. No.
All right. So what about working don't you like? Give me like 3 pet peeves.
I guess the responsibility of trying to or having to do something for someone else's sake of things and somebody else's business when I could be doing that for my own.
Okay, that's one.
Retweet.
The time it takes for me of
Okay.
doing things I could be doing for myself.
That's
It
2.
always reverts back to just what I wish I could be doing for my own businesses rather than this person's establishment or corporation.
Would you think that you take that same ideology into relationships?
Yeah, and that's why I was gonna say maybe sometimes it could be me where like wait, it could be
Because like
where like maybe like how I said they try, right? Why am I not even appreciating what they're trying? Like why am I being so
Can I
well,
answer?
Hold on.
Okay.
So maybe, and I'm not. This is a no judgment zone. Maybe it's something that you feel as if you. I don't want to say feel. Maybe you could have a form of selfish or some selfishness, because it's like, why would I be, giving to your business when I could be doing it for mine? I'm not saying that's not a bad thing,
right?
right? But instead of saying I would like to work for myself, it's simply that I'm giving you more than I'm giving me, right? And then it comes into the form of effort, time, right, which is 2 of those things. And then what happens when you're in a relationship, you have to pour into their business, which is them.
Which I always find myself doing though. I always find myself giving more than what I feel like I'm getting back.
But you got
But
my definition.
I've also seen people try to, but
Do
like
you-
maybe I think it's also a control freak thing I have. Like if you're not doing it the way I would or like up to the standard of how I would, I don't care for it. But I feel like I shouldn't be like that. I feel like I should allow a person to show me what they can do of the best of themselves. If that's the best they can do, why am I being ungrateful for that?
Maybe because you just want to be in control.
That's what I said. I'm a control freak.
No. But I'm not saying in the sense of like what they're doing is appreciated. You just always want to be number 1 above on the hierarchy list,
Okay.
which is
Also goes back to my businesses. Why I probably always want to be in business more for myself and do everything myself.
yeah, which is not a problem, right?
No, it's
Because
not,
I
but-
have my own businesses and I've always had my own business for damn near 10 years, right?
Right.
But the main thing that I wanted to do was just work for myself, and I wanted to be the one to build a brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
But do you allow others to help you in building it too?
of course, as long as they don't fuck my shit up, right?
Exactly.
But
Do you trust people and rely on people a lot? Because I have a reliability issue.
That stems
Well, I
from
think
trauma
reliability
from
is-
your childhood.
That's what we're saying.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Childhood
That's what we're
trauma.
That's what we're getting.
that's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
When we said control freak, I don't like to. Okay, so
I
if
think
you're a
that
control freak.
in
you
my
don't like to rely on
personal,
people.
I should really just get like a life coach or a therapy license.
Degree? Yeah.
Right, not degree, but because I'm not gonna go through the whole schooling process. But I'll do a 8-month course or something like that
Hey, of course.
on DeVry, if that even exists. But I think that so like what I hear is, a lot of times when we talk about love and happiness, right? A lot of times that you see people that can live happy without love is because they're the ones that are in control and they're the ones that love to have all full control, right? I want
You're
to be.
saying that's what I would fall in love with.
I'm not
as
saying
that
you per
person.
se. I'm just
Oh.
speaking in general. But
Mhm.
in my opinion, you would have some characteristics that would fit the bill,
Mhm.
right? Now, and the thing is, when somebody is in control, I'm not in love. I'm just in love with that person. I'm in love with the position. I'm in love with the way I've been able to structure and curate this relationship. I could do what I want, or I can do it my way.
Mhm.
I don't have to compromise. I don't have to worry about, as soon as you try to, poke your chest up, I can push it back down with ease. And then those people can live a great or have a great relationship, but the person is forever underneath them. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, men and women, have a problem having a partner that they can look at eye level to, right? I'm not saying finances has to be a thing because I can make a lot of money, but if I don't know how to manage it and my girl manages better than me, then that's where we balance each other out. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it and you're like, damn, I'm always looking for a project. To me, it's like I always want to be at the top. And when somebody finally comes to my life that is higher than me, they're a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that if a man is conforming to your needs too much, you would ultimately find him as less of a man?
Not necessarily. I
Well,
get what
not
you're
you.
saying.
You want to be the boss. You want the
Yeah,
employee.
I can't wait to beat you. That's
don't.
what,
You want the employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I just want to be able to turn my brain off. Like, why can't I just not
Because
always
you won't-
have to be?
Because
you won't allow. You won't let nobody
Yeah,
else
you won't
allow to turn
allow
your brain
it.
off.
All the things that I can see they're not handling correctly.
And, you,
Like,
and
every
handling
day,
correctly
like-
to you, though.
but I need.
Do you micromanage?
There is
Yes.
Because
I can see
you
it.
can't say you can't say you micromanage and want to turn your brain off.
I don't think I micromanage.
Of course not.
I still let them be them because if I didn't, why would I still talk to them?
I'm just talking
and
about in
date them?
general.
You know, that's a whole process. Like, I know you have a question, but I'm just saying there's a whole process in dating where, like, when you start off with you're the prize, at some point in time, you have to realize that I'm giving you love that you asked for.
Okay.
And if you are blocking that and you're not receptive to that, then I'm trying to give you what you asked for, and you're just not receiving it. So you coming into here saying you are the prize, we're already not on equal playing field. Because I need my needs met as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not coming in here saying I'm the prize.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what my needs are, but I'm too busy giving you what you want and doing what you need me to do. The playing field is never equal.
Right.
And now you're asking me to bottle up my emotions like fucking Mentos in a goddamn Coca-Cola. And then in the end, after, like Alan said, after I break myself down and now we got a fucking minivan I traded my coupe in, now you leave me.
You leave,
I don't.
you left for a dude with another coupe.
With another coupe.
All right, so do you think, have you ever
I went on a tangent, I'm sorry.
Kadia, have
What's
you
up?
because here's the thing, I'm gonna just throw this in there and I'm gonna ask you a question because
It's
Coco
okay,
doesn't
you
seem
don't
to understand that she has treated the bad guys good
Yeah.
and the good guys bad because she realized that the good guys just listen to her
Mm-hmm.
and the bad guys don't.
Right.
But that's besides.
But every girl likes a bad guy. Every
Why?
girl likes a bad boy because it's like a challenge.
What's the challenge? We easy.
And that's what it. But it's literally what she said earlier. You want to fix him. You want to see the potential.
I don't want to be with somebody
Not
I
all,
need to
not
fix.
all.
But when I
not
say
all.
good,
I don't want to be with somebody
I'm
like
saying-
that.
No, not even control. Because when I say
control
good,
a bad boy,
You want it? No. That's the thing. They want
Exactly.
to control the bad boy, but they can't. So that's the challenge. I want to tell him to come inside at 12 o'clock. He's never gonna listen to you.
Ever.
I'm be off that though. Not even.
all right. So continue with your question. What was the question? That's it. I answered it. I bet.
How do you treat the good guys?
The good guys. I mean, when I was like 22, 21, younger and everything, like I was, man, fuck these niggas. Like, yo, where's the gangbangers? We outside. Bow, you know what I'm saying? But now that, I'm older, I respect someone. Why you
I don't
laughing?
want to risk her life no more. Go ahead.
I'm over that. No, but seriously, now that I'm older and like wiser and I experience like having the bad boy and like realizing they're not going to change. They're going to do what they want. And if you don't comply to what they're doing, like they're going to, all right, bro, I'm going to stonewall you. I'm not going to talk to you. Until you act accordingly, I ain't going to talk to you. You feel me? And then that's a way of them forcing you to submit, forcing you to become like not degrade. I don't want to say degrade, but like your values, you just like kind of like let them skirt to the side because you really like that person. But now that I'm older, like I value the good guy. Like they might not be the quote unquote flyest or the this or that, whatever your standard, not standards, but like whatever you be like, he gotta have this and that and that. Like you start to learn to let that go. Like how does he make me feel? How does he treat me? How does he value me as a person? I will let a nigga lead. You feel me? I'm very submissive. I like being submissive. I don't like to think. I'm not. Like when I was very, yes, I gotta be in control, da da da. But as I got older, I was like, yo, ain't nobody gonna wanna control a bitch that's always wanted to be in control. Like, so I just gotta learn to fall back and like, hopefully they don't crash. You feel me? What I'm saying is this: when I have my nigga with me, and I see like the gangsters, the gang, whatever, the bad boy, whatever you wanna call it, because not always it's just the gangsters, it's the bad boy. At first, yes, there's always going to be a physical attraction. Everybody has physical attraction. We're human. Like, you feel me? We're what is it called? Primate or some shit like that? I don't fucking know. Yeah, amen. Okay. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this, right? I'm going to think, is this worth jeopardizing what I have? And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say no. Because for the simple fact of this, that person, yeah, might look good, might be able to fuck good, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, like, I know that the person I have is real. That love is real. Like, we've obviously been through so much, so fucking much, up, down, left, right, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we still chose each other. Like I said, love is a commitment. It's not a feeling.
Let's just say you've been with him for 2 years.
Right.
Right? He's
Right.
a good guy.
Right.
I don't know what a good guy is to you.
Right.
But in my mind, a good guy is a guy who just really just does everything to please you.
Right. He tries. He tries.
No, why does it have to be that?
No, he tries.
Exactly. That's what
he's
you're missing
saying.
here.
But what he's saying that though, as a person that is doing everything to please you, is him trying.
But doing as at the same time, no. Like,
What?
he's not just trying. I'm saying he's not just trying and not getting anywhere with it. If he's trying and it's somewhat getting
But
somewhere.
sometimes
You
people, but you
control if
gotta
it's getting somewhere,
understand that we are two different people, but not just men versus women. Everybody, we're all different people.
Mhm.
You might not understand. It takes a minute for you to learn me. It doesn't take 2 months, 3 months. It takes years to learn somebody. What pisses them off? Like, I'm not talking about relax your face. Relax your face. What I'm saying is like, to know the ins and out, what ticks them off, what makes them happy, this, that. It takes a minute. And as we grow, we're all growing, we're all evolving. We change. So it's going to take a minute. So you can't sit here and be like, oh, he tried. Well, fuck him. No, he tried. He's trying to learn you. So you got to learn to like accept that. Like, okay, he's trying. You got to be like, you can't just be like, oh, that nigga was trying, but he didn't succeed. Then he's going to stop trying. Like, I would stop trying.
Right, there's
Shit.
accountability for that. But that's why I'm saying to y'all, I've still stuck it out with the person, because isn't that potential them trying and doing and I'm seeing it get somewhere? Like, you're doing it.
You
but
control if it gets somewhere,
it's still
though.
other pieces
Right.
you're missing though. Like, you're bringing me the good and I'm accepting the good. It's all good here.
Wait,
all
can
good
we-
and dandy.
She not.
But there's still other things that like you need to get up with. Like, I've dealt with a person where they just had to individually get their own selves together. Like, I was working, they weren't. So okay.
Whoa,
let's
well,
go.
that's
You dealing with broke
That's
niggas.
very different.
That's
Hold on. That's not potential though. Like, you say he's working, but he's not.
Trying to get a job.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about him trying to like please you, and I'm saying like not
That's all
getting
there,
him
but
a
see, the problem
job.
there, you're pleasing me in bed, but I'm not pleased with the fact you
He's
don't
got no
a
job.
right now.
Well, that's standard. That's standards.
He's working on getting the job.
Okay, so
Oh.
then, if he's working on getting the job, so why?
Accepting of that though. I
You
can't
don't.
just
No.
shut
Is he
him
really
down.
trying
He's
though?
trying.
I'm not.
No.
understanding.
Listen,
Let me
I
take
don't
this
agree with
shot.
that part.
Yeah, that's wild. You're
There is a
trying to give a jobless dude a chance. That don't make no sense.
Hello.
You need better
Like,
discernment.
You want
and
him
you
to
need
be a
find
provider,
somebody
but
to-
he's already showing you he's not providing. Like,
and you get mad when he ain't providing.
hello,
I told y'all I went off and I had to do me. I had to call it quits, or I don't get far. Like how you said, it takes time to learn a person. I'm taking that time while dating a person.
but
to get
they
to
showing
know
you
them.
the red flags
No, but
already.
they don't show me that quick.
Him not having a job is not a red
He
flag.
didn't start off with no job. He
But-
lost a job while we were in tune. Like, he didn't just have no job when I met him. Oh, if I
Oh,
knew
that's what it sounded like.
I was not even
Shit.
give him really a chance for real. Like,
You said really?
but
That
I'm
seems
saying,
something
like,
a little
the
bit.
whole thing is like, what? Are you in the hiring process? Like, I gotta hear him out. Like, it's not like, oh, what if he's like jobless and then he's not trying? Okay, no, you're deed. That's it.
Yeah.
But if you're jobless and then
Yeah.
like you're telling me what you got going on, oh, I got this going on. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make this work over here. But okay, like.
Yeah.
Cool, I appreciate the hustle. I respect it.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. I deal with good people like that, where it's like it's in them. They
Mhm.
show it, they say it, but it don't always. They just don't.
So why you leave then? If he had a job, he didn't go through. He's going through a rough patch, and you left. What happened?
I didn't leave. I was still holding it.
So you still
down.
there?
I was still.
But you
there.
ultimately left. Why'd you leave?
I ultimately left because I feel like as a woman, regardless, I just deserved more. I feel like I was.
But
being
he's
held
going through a rough
hostage.
patch. But
I
he's
was
going
being
through a
held
rough
hostage,
patch.
and individually, he has to give himself the other. If I feel full and he's half
Sorry,
complete,
but she can
I'm not
leave.
here to complete you. You have to complete yourself. And men get angry
about
when
to
they
get
don't
her.
get no money or don't have no money.
He about to
Their
get her.
attitude changes. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be around that.
Your attitude wouldn't change if you ain't got no money?
Men,
My
yes,
bullshit.
men
I ain't
ego,
horny when I ain't got no
especially
money.
with-
I don't want to do shit.
that's
I'm
what
trying to figure out how to get that
Especially
bread.
with men, that's what I'm saying. They're
Okay, so
even
what's the
worse.
problem? But you're the same way. If you, well, so what's the issue? I'm not
No,
understanding.
If he's sitting here getting attitudes with me because he's not making no money, and then he's just not being the man he can for me, why am I gonna sit there and be hostage to that?
But you
When he
just
needs to
said,
work
all
on
right, I'm gonna shut
himself.
up.
All right. So in closing, ladies, who really learns more from a failed relationship, in your opinion, men or women?
I feel like men do, because it's always I should have treated you right, or I wish I was a better boyfriend, or I could have done things differently. And then I'm here moving on to the next person who treated me better.
Can I go back? Can I rebuttal that?
What?
Do you think they really are saying that just to be like, I really lost you? Or do they think it's feeding ego, like you said earlier, where it's, I'm just trying to see if I can still have access to you. You leave the door slightly open. Why not? Why wouldn't I come in? You get what I'm
Sometimes they
saying?
don't even leave it open though. They just bust down and come right back.
I
in the
mean, if you
DM and
blocked
message
it,
and
like,
everything.
That deadbolt was nothing.
right? Whoa, whoa. My thing is though, is like, if you stand firm on your decision, you're not gonna sit here and you're not gonna waver. You're just gonna be like, all right, well, I saw it, boom. But if you entertain it, then it's like kind of like you still want it to happen.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I feel like women are the ones that like learn the most, because we do have a tendency to like, all right, this one didn't work. And we'll see something that's like, it's a different person, but it's the same exact thing. And we'll be like, I can fix him. Like, that's just who we are. We're nurturers. Like, I want to fix him. I can fix it. Like, I want to care for him. I want to cater for him. Maybe if I show him like the love that he didn't get from his mom, his dad, or whatever, maybe he'll see like I'm the one. And it's like, nah, it's not that.
I feel like it takes longer for us to heal.
I would say we probably learn slower, but I wouldn't say
Yeah, so we're the one that learns the most. Case in
yeah,
point.
but wouldn't the male learn the most? Like,
No.
even though it's quicker, he learned the most from it because they always realize after the fact. We always realize once it's it. Like, okay, like, because when a woman's really mentally gone, she's gone. She's a goner. He might be gone physically first, but never mentally. He always come back mentally later.
Are you sure he's coming back from the mental, or he's just trying to see if he still got it?
I don't entertain. It's not like I'm entertaining him throughout that time he came back. Or
I feel like me personally,
it depends if you let it be easy to come back all the time. I feel like it also determines if you let it be easy all the time
Right.
when he comes back, because you can never let it be easy and they still come back. Like, you're still shutting it down. No after no, and they still
Okay.
come back regardless.
But it's still them trying to feed ego. They don't have other like, if all the other options shut them down and you kind of slightly leave the door open, I'm always trying to, hey y'all.
What's
Hey,
the door
how you
being
doing?
open though? Like,
Yeah.
letting
You
come over to
texting
chill.
him back when he's saying, hey, how you doing? How's your life? You engaging,
Mhm.
that's slightly leaving the door open. That gives them a
Right.
little bit of hope. Like, yeah, I got that bitch. I still
Mhm.
got him.
Mhm.
I got that bitch. That's it. So it's like, if
There's
you give
men
him
like
no nothing, you saying Debo, right? No response. I see the text. I don't give a fuck. I'm going about my day. Then, yeah, he's not going to have no room to, but if you slightly entertain it, he's like, oh, I still got a chance. Am I wrong?
I feel like for women, it's for us, the healing process is longer, because I've been in a relationship where I've been in for 3 years and it didn't go well. So after that, I didn't trust, and I'm like, I don't want to put myself in that position again to get hurt. So I'm gonna just shut my feelings down and just have fun and enjoy my life. But as I'm still living and experiencing different types of people in this world, I've noticed I don't want the same things that I wanted before the relationship. I'm not gonna put up with the same type of emotional abuse or let somebody step all over me just because I wanted to fix that person, or I just wanted to see I was comfortable in that space. So for me, I just feel like as women, where it takes longer for us to move on, but for men, they realize it quicker because, like, damn, I lost something that I could have kept and cherished. Am I making sense?
No, you make sense.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay quiet.
I feel like, because as a woman, if I'm gonna move on to the next person, I'm gonna realize what I don't want already from the last, or what I didn't. So now moving on to this next person, I've learned.
Mhm.
So now we're gonna retry this and do this over again. We might tolerate certain things more though with that next person, or be more emotionally invested just because how we are. But at the end of the day, in the back of our head, we know better. We just don't do better.
Exactly. I think the same thing for men. No, I think the same thing for men. Like men. So the question is, who learns more? I think women learns more from failed relationships than men. In my personal experience, and from the people that and the men that I've been around, we know how to be the boyfriend that you want. We just choosing not, right? It could be because we don't want to commit at that moment. It could just be we don't feel like you're deserving of us, fully at that moment. And we know what we can give you, but you haven't given us what we truly wanted sometimes, right? Or sometimes we just don't want to do it at that time. So turning it on is easy, whether it be with you or without you, you know? So it's like, I didn't really need to learn how to be a boyfriend or a spouse. I just had to do it. That's it. I feel like that's the difference. I feel like women have to learn how to be a wife, especially nowadays, because it's not even I feel like it's like a lost art, not even promoted. It's actually shamed, right? So, like to be a husband is like, hey, look, you know, only thing I gotta do is just be considerate and implement the consideration.
Not everyone thinks like that though. And you're saying it as if it's common sense amongst all men, but that's not common. Common sense ain't so common.
Well,
So
I wasn't saying that it was common sense, or
well, it's coming off like
I
common
didn't say it
sense,
was
I'm saying.
amongst all men either. I'm
Okay.
just saying that when a man says I should have treated you better and I'm going to do better,
Mhm.
right? He typically starts off doing better if you give him that chance,
Mhm.
right? Which means he's capable. Something along that timeline, he either feels like it's not valuable enough or it's not conducive enough or he's just not mature enough to continue that ability. So he stops it. So it's like, I can show you I can do it and I can do it. And at times I'm willing to do it. So it's not something that I'm learning. I already know how and possess. It's a simple fact if I'm going to do it for a long period of time or if I'm not going to do it at all.
It's because you said I can be considerate, I can be a good boyfriend, but you're being considered a good boyfriend for certain women. Every woman is different. So it's like you might think you're being considerate and a good boyfriend to her, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it right for somebody else either.
You don't think that, this is my opinion.
Even though I get what you're saying, like a man
Most women want the
chooses-
same thing. And they're going after the same men. The odds of me having to be different for each woman is a lot different than the odds of a woman having to be different for each man.
Mm.
Right? You want a provider and a protector, somebody who is emotionally intelligent. These are all vague terms, by the way. Right? So you know how easy it is to be a provider and a protector and emotionally intelligent? The only thing I have to do is be willing to do it. Do I want to pay for you? Do I want to protect you? And do I want to listen to you? That's it. It's easy to please a woman when we're talking about, you know, going from woman to woman. It's easy to please women. They all want majority of the same things.
Mhm.
Now, as a man, I might want a girl who's more active and touching. As a man, I might want a girl who's more lenient and gives me space. If each and every different man varies a lot more than the other. Some men might want a place where he can feel vulnerable and sensitive. Some men might be like, yo, I don't want to be with that mushy shit. And that's why it's harder for a woman to, I think that's why it's women learn more from failed relationships than men. Because we already know. I'm told what you want. I'm told what you want. I'm told what you want. And y'all are told what we should be. It's just got to be it.
They don't want to be.
That's it.
Yeah.
We don't want to be it. It's not
Why
that we
would
don't
they
know
want
how.
to?
I don't need to learn. I don't want to do it.
It kind of goes back to why, like, would I marry, like, buy the cow if I could get the milk for free? I don't want to. I'm getting everything that I need. Why would I want to do that?
Well, I don't want to pay that price.
Right. Buy the cow.
Yeah, I think men will want to learn to be better men the older we get,
Exactly.
for our own selfish reasons and the fact that we want different things. Because, like you were saying, like the game of women is really easy. It's not
Rocket science.
It's not rocket science at all.
Who gets more second chances, men or women?
Women.
Definitely
Why?
Women.
Because we, like I said, it goes back to us nurturing and forgiving, and we just the motherly love. Your mother always gonna love you. Is always gonna be there for you. And you gonna give chance after chance. But a nigga will tell you like, this is my deal breaker. You break that, you're done. I don't give a fuck. Like move on. I could find somebody else. There's mad bitches out here. Like, but for us as women, we be thinking like, this is the one. I have to marry him. And it's like sometimes that nigga ain't it. Like,
Do you ladies think men or women who gives more chances?
Definitely us, like women.
Why?
Because I've been the one to, okay, let's see if this works, because I wanted it to work so bad because I was so comfortable in that space. So it's like, all right, I want to say we're emotionally stronger to put up with certain things. So it's like, let's try this one more time. Like, let's do this again. Men will probably just be like, all right, I'm good. Like, this is not working. I'll move on to the next.
What about you, Coco?
No, I agree. Women definitely give second chance.
Could it be because women know that men know, and men know that if a woman doesn't know, there's no point in giving her a second chance? Like, you know,
you fucked them up with that one.
you
don't
know that man could be what you want,
Right.
and he does too.
Mm-hmm.
But a man knows when you can't be what he wants, and there's nothing I can do to teach you.
Mm.
But then what? Because I know someone with a situation where they know their man can do for them. They just don't choose to do it all the time or consistently. And then vice versa, where it's like he knows what she brings to the table, but she want a ring on her finger, and he not ready to do that yet. He's about to be 30-something years old, whatever. She keeps asking for the ring. She wants to get married soon. He's
Did she
not
earn
doing
it?
it. Absolutely.
In whose eyes?
Oh, God's.
No,
Like,
it
yes.
don't work that way.
Absolutely.
It goes God to man, man to woman, woman to kids. This is how the gods is in
But there's no way you
when
can
we're
say
talking-
she hasn't.
when
Like,
we're
it's
talking about
really no
marriage.
way.
When we're talking about marriage,
So then why does he still stick around then if he knows he's
Because
not?
she allows him to.
hello, keep coming back. Like I said about
You
that
don't gotta
door,
go
you
nowhere.
leave it open. He's gonna, hello,
That's T.
full circle moment. Anyways, oh, thank you. I love it here. God bless you. It's the baddest bitch on the block. Goodbye.
so before we close out, ladies, can you go ahead and tell them where they can find you, or what you got going on? What's up with Kadia?
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's Kadia Zane. You can follow me on all social medias, Kadia Zane. KADIAZHANE. I'm an artist. I got a lot of projects coming out in the summertime. We're about to be outside, okay? It's about to get real picante, spicy.
You can find me on Instagram at badgirlad_, and me and Court. We are working on a launch in June to support her sunglasses line.
Yes. So make sure you guys pop
Cute.
out June 15th. You guys can follow me on all social media platforms. Coco Loren, that's with 2 N's. And yeah, my brand, Court Loren, COURTLOREN, and Alignment Productions if y'all want to get snappy photos, video.
All right, so this was a beautiful episode. We thank you for joining us. Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow, and we will see you next week.
Peace.